afternoon, race fans, and welcome to the show. I am Brett the Jet in the booth with Turn 3 Racing Network, and tonight we got a good one here. It is race number 9 of the American Sim Racing Club Street Stock Series here at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. It is the mile and a halfer, so that means one thing here tonight. It is going to be bump drafting and pack racing here. 50 laps going to be the distance here in the main event, but first things first, we got to kick off qualifying, see who the top 6 will be to walk away with 2 bonus points to the championship, and of course that 12 car invert. 19 cars here on the premise, ready to do battle, and here we go. We take a look at one of our first drivers on the speedway. That will be the 88 machine of Chuck Darling. Darling off of turn number 4, heading to the stripe, and the 88 machine will go onto the clock. Looks like Darling gonna throw away this first lap, run the wall as much as he can, get that car wound up as much as possible, and then sail it on in there. Lap number 2. As I think we'll see him run the wall. Yes, we do here in 3 and 4. So, Darling going to say, all right, we'll throw this one away. Interesting. He'll go to the bottom side there off of turn number 4. So, we'll see if that works on well. But lap number 1 already in the books for the 88 machine. First lap of 38.99. Greggy Long with a 39.02. Deb McDonald a 39.14. Looks like right now Caleb Ramsey with the best time so far, 38.45. I have a feeling when it's all said and done, we'll see quick time probably be in the 38 ones maybe. I don't know if we'll see anyone in the 37-second bracket, but here we go. Chuck Darling off of turn number 4 for the final time. We'll cut that car to the apron just a little bit. He will cross the stripe. Good enough for P number 4 at the moment, as we get a lot of times rocking on in. Deb McDonald with the quick time at 38.35. Dave Payne flying on up. Now Zach Nichols with the quick time, a 38.29. Ron Hart will slot into P number 2. Here we look at Travis Wright here coming to complete his second and final lap. Wright will hit the stripe. He will go up to P number 4 in the 902 or the 10 on the car. Morgan Byard able to go to P number 2 in the 60 machine. But it looks like here at the moment, Zach Nichols gonna be tonight's quick time driver, as that will wrap up qualifying. And once again, Zach Nichols gonna walk away with the quick time here with the American Sim Racing Club. So let's take a look at some race information. I believe the longest track on the schedule here tonight, a mile and a half here at the big Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Like I said a little bit before, it's going to be bump draft and pack racing all night long. And we'll see it probably get wild with about 5 laps to go, as it looks like a nice cool night here in Las Vegas, Nevada. 78 degrees here. Partly cloudy, and it looks like track temp nice and cool as well, 78 degrees as well. So cars shouldn't be really slipping and sliding around, so it should make for some pretty good bump draft and some really good pack racing here tonight, as the street stocks take on a mile and a half here. Coming into tonight, Zach Nichols has the points lead here over, actually Ron Hart has the points lead here over Zach Nichols. Hart comes in with about a 14-point advantage over Nichols, and Nichols comes in tonight tied with Anthony Danta. So second and third of Nichols and Danta tied for second. Then Chuck Darling sits P number 4. Dave Payne 5th in points. Zach Hoyer, P number 6, Hayden Swank 7th, Caleb Ramsey 8th, Stephen Hoffman 9th, and Chase Swank here rounding out the top 10 in points. As we get ready to head now down trackside and go through tonight's starting lineup here at Las Vegas. As here we go, we get ready to head to the trackside here and go through tonight's starting lineup here at Las Vegas. Starting on the pole will be the 88 machine of Jeremy Rigney. Does outside the other 88, so it's going to be an 88 car front row lockout. Tis outside will be the 88 of Chuck Darling. Rolling off in row number 2 on the inside, starting P number 3 will be the 21 machine of Greggy Long, and to his outside the 86 of Stephen Hoffman. Starting in P number 5 will be the 9 car of Anthony Danta. Starting in 6 will be the 38 machine of Dave Payne. Jaden Kratachi with the 11 machine, starting in 7. Travis Wright in the 10 will start 8th. 9th going to the 18 machine of Devin McDonald. Ron Hart in the 51 will start P number 10. Morgan Byard in the 60 machine will start 11th. And Zach Nichols here tonight will start in P number 12. In 13th will be the 41 machine of Caleb Ramsey. Zach Hoyer in the 13 will start 14th. Gavin Boyce in the 940 will roll off 15th. Zane Cruz in the 31 machine will start P number 16. Dylan Holcomb in the 68 will start 17th. John Meester in the 2 will start 18th. And then I believe Jeff Dillon not making the call here tonight. So it looks like Zach Nichols, of course, winning last week, will start 18th here when things are all said and done. So that is the starting lineup. 18 cars ready to take the green flag here tonight at Las Vegas. And yeah, like you said there in the YouTube chat land, it's going to be all about this draft here, and it's going to be that gap's about half a second. Once you lose that, you pretty much lose the draft. So you cannot afford to get too spread out here tonight. It's going to make for some interesting racing, especially that long line of cars on that inside row here. As we get ready to go green flag racing, the iRacing Pace Truck heads down pit road. And Jeremy Rigney in control here, fire on off, and we head to green flag racing here at Las Vegas. And I tell you what, Rigney kind of caught the field sleeping there as Chuck Darling losing a lot of spots up there in lane number 2. As everyone trying to get their street stocks wound on up here. They'll head down the backstretch for the first time here tonight. But out in front, Jeremy Rigney led the field to the green flag, and it looks like he will most likely lead lap number 1. Right along in P number 2, Anthony Danta up to 3rd. Jaden Kratachi in 4th here, and then Zane Cruz, Chuck Darling side by side for 5th. As here we go, Greggy Long will jump to the outside of Rigney. Will try and get momentum on up, take that run. It looks like without some ground in front of him, may lose some positions here. As here comes Anthony Danta up to P number 2. Side by side for the race lead. They're heading into turn number 3. Long trying to get some side draft here with these street stocks, and these street stocks definitely not built for the aero style racing. You can see these things, big old blocks going around this racetrack. But Greggy Long finding some speed up top. He will try and take away the race lead. It's dead even off of turn number 2 here at Las Vegas. The question is, does Chuck Darling go with the 21 machine? It looks like he will not, so 3 wide for the race lead here through 3 and 4. Oh, it's contact there. Greggy Long, Chuck Darling. Long will go on around. Stephen Hoffman will get a piece of it. And we have our first Boardwalk Subs caution flag of the evening as Greggy Long here gets a shot in the right rear quarter panel. And that will turn him on around. So we'll take a quick look one more time at this incident, but it kind of looked like maybe just a little bit of misjudgment there to bring out this first caution. As we take a look once again down the front straightaway, Long maybe trying to go up to cover the 88. The 88 coming on down, and then, yeah, just looks like missed time between the two of them. Hoffman gonna get a little bit of damage there in the 86 machine, as wow, the 940 of Calvin Boyce just able to squeeze on by. As yeah, I would agree with that statement there. It seems like no one really working with each other super well here at the moment. So we'll see if that trend continues and see if everyone just wants to leave everyone else out to dry. We see Chuck Darling coming down on pit road. You see that heavy left front damage to the 88. And we can see some of the damage to the 86. And then, of course, the 21 machine damaged as well. And that's kind of the one bummer with these kind of cars that aren't meant to go to these kind of tracks is any sort of contact will probably lead to some big time damage to these race cars. Probably won't have you in the be able to keep with the draft, so it makes for some big kind of risk versus reward that these drivers have to kind of decide to make here tonight. But the current top 5 looking like the following: Jeremy Rigney out in front in the Hellman's 88 machine. Anthony Danta up to P number 2. Jaden Kritachi sits in the 3rd position. Zane Cruz up into 4th. Morgan Ballard in P number 5. I think this time by we should be able to get to the choose here. We will see where the 88 machine will choose. It sounds like he will choose the inside lane, so the rest of the field gonna re-rack, restack, and we get ready to turn them on loose here next time by. First Boardwalk Subs caution flag coming out tonight here on lap number 3. And it looks like first restart of the night here on lap number 6. And yeah, I think definitely there not enough time for these race cars to get all that damage fixed. We can see Greggy Long here, some damage still on that right front quarter panel, right in front, right on top, I should say, of that fender. Chuck Darling, his car is looking actually halfway decent here. Able to get that car looking halfway good. Same with Stephen Hoffman. Hoffman, though, having some right front damage still here. And some driver door number damage as well. So definitely not enough time for these drivers to get some damage repair with these kind of quickie cautions here tonight. As here we go, we get ready to turn them on loose once again. iRacing Pace Truck down on pit road, and Jeremy Rigney once again on the loud pedal here. This start looks a lot tighter here, so this is where it could get fun here. It looks Looks like Zane Cruz already jumping down to this bottom side there. That'll leave Anthony Danta by himself up there in lane number 2. And whoa, check this out. I just noticed this here. Dave Payton hasn't been involved in any sort of incident, but you can see that 38 machine having nose damage on that race car. So these guys might have to be careful even with bump drafting here tonight, because you can see that damage right in front of the grill there on the 38 machine. That will have an effect on the race car. So Jeremy Rigney still out in front, leading the way. Anthony Danta by himself might get some help now, as the 11 car will jump up to that outside lane. Rigney has led every lap. It looks like it won't be the case this time. Maybe it will with that contact. Rigney able to lead at the stripe just by a few inches. So Rigney, his first ever laps led here in ASRC, out in front here early. So can he keep that car there? Has to keep that thing pinned to that inside lane. And we heard from race control in the driver's meeting, there is no out of bounds here tonight. So we could see cars getting all over that apron when it comes go time here later in the race. Jaden gonna stay to that outside lane and now push Anthony Danta to the race lead. So new race leader up in lane number 2. Danta will have the advantage. Let's see if Danta can get clear down this back straightaway. A little bit of movement from the 9 car with that big push from the 11, but Danta can't get clear. So everyone, at least at the moment, kind of running around in gridlock here. As Rigney able to get that shorter distance down through 3 and 4. Here comes now Caleb Ramsey. Ramsey gonna make it 3 wide here. They will make it work here at the moment. We're right on board with Dave Payton, looking at that 3 wide up ahead of him. And now we get 3 lanes forming on up here as Rigney gets sideways off the nose of Ramsey. He's able to save that race car, but man, that could have been a big one here tonight as that leader gets spun, man. With everyone bunched up like they are, it would be bad news very, very quick as here goes Ramsey looking to the inside of Rigney. Those two will lean on each other, still lean on each other. Caleb Ramsey on the apron. Anthony Danta goes around. Hard into the wall. Man, and the first big one comes out tonight here on lap number 12. And geez, I don't know if it's this early for that kind of aggression. I do not agree with that whatsoever, as that was totally uncalled for to have that this early in the race. 12 laps into this one, and I would say probably half the field with some sort of damage. John DeMeester left front totally broke on that car. Devin McDonald, a lot of damage. Ron Hart already done for the night. As we will take a look here to see what brought out our second caution, as our first big one of the night will come on out as Caleb Ramsey down on the apron, comes back on the track. Jeremy Rigney sideways, and then it is Ron Hart hard into the outside wall there. We'll collect Zane Cruz up against the fence. Devin McDonald, you see his damage there. Morgan Byard's facing the wrong direction in the 60 machine. As, yeah, a lot of race cars involved in this one here tonight on lap number 12. See Jeremy Rigney with a lot of damage there on that driver's door. Caleb Ramsey, a lot of front end damage. It looks like the first car with no real damage. It looks like the 11 machine of Jada Kutachi. That car looks pretty clean. Dave Payne, of course, only with the front end damage. And then look at this, Zach Nichols. He is up to the top 5, but Nichols coming down on pit road this time. It looks like only about probably 5 cars staying on out on the racetrack. And of those 5 cars, probably half of them still with damage. Travis Wright, both ends of that race car dinged on up. Calvin Bosk right behind him, some front end damage as well. Yeah, the first big one striking here tonight early in this one on lap number 12. Still a lot of racing left to go here, over 35 laps, as we will have to see how this shakes on out. As we see some cars rolling off of pit road here. Greg Long getting that car back rolling. Same with Stephen Hoffman. Hoffman looks like now he has been able to repair that car up to about 100% here tonight. Zach Hoyer off of pit road as well. Same with Danta. Morgan Baird off of pit road as well. Zach Nichols and Jaden Kutachi. So I believe this time by at the stripe, Jeremy Rigney gonna have control here and will have the choose. I have a feeling the 88 car once again going to choose this inside lane on the restart here. And that he will do, so that'll move Dave Payne up to the outside of the front row. We'll have to see what Payne can do right now. I believe everyone in the top 5 looking for their first ASRC win this season. The highest running winner so far this season is the 88 of Chuck Darling in 6th. It looks like after the calamities all said and done, about 15 cars left here tonight. That McDonald last car trying to make his way up through the field, but you can see heavy damage to that 18 machine here. As our second Boardwalk Subs caution flag about to wrap on up here. Jeremy Rigney in the 88 machine in control here of the start. Dave Payne to his outside. Those two make up the front row here, and here we go. The iRacing Pace truck heads down pit road, and Jeremy Rigney once again in control here. He will fire on off, and we head back to green flag racing here at Las Vegas. Rigney will get a good hole shot here, and we'll get out to about a 3-car advantage by the time they get into turn number 1. We can see this field much more spread on out here at the moment. Everyone, I think, seeing that big one, what it did to a lot of race cars, saying, hey, let's save that for later on here tonight. As Rigney out in front, the first car up in lane number 2. That is that 10 machine of Travis Wright. Wright trying to get things rolling, but with no help at the moment. Looks like his first friend could be the 88 machine of Chuck Darling. Long there in that white and pink 21 machine. Not sure if he's trying to get up to lane number 2. If he wasn't, he's up there right now. So Long will put things 3 wide a little bit further on back in the pack here. Some cars here out of the draft with that damage. It looks like the 41 machine of Caleb Ramsey and the 18 of Dev McDonald, both of them not able to keep pace with this pack here. It looks like at most it'll be a 13-car show here. unless we get some more cautions and some more calamity as we ride on board here with Calvin Boson on that inside lane here, trapped on in there. Take a look, you can see how much these race cars are moving on around. And now with Travis Wright, with some help from Greggy Long, Wright will try and take over the race lead here at the stripe. He will do it. Travis Wright will pick up a lap lead here at Las Vegas. Now Wright will be hung out to dry because here we go. We got the third lane rocking and rolling, being led by Greggy Long, but having some teammates behind him of Jaden Kurtachi and Zach Nichols. Long will be able to get clear one car out of sorts. That was Dylan Holcomb there in that black and blue 68 machine. But Greggy Long able to take over the point, take control of this race. As Long will try and block 3 lanes here tonight. As it looks like now Zach Nichols gonna go to that inside lane. Will come down all the way to the bottom. So 3 wide down the back straightaway, 2 rows deep now, as here comes Anthony Danta back into the mix in that orange number 9 machine. 3 by 3, 2 rows deep here, and it's not even to the halfway point. As we will have to see what lane will end up prevailing, and I think it will come down to who can keep their car the straightest, who can keep the most momentum built up in their race car. Right now, advantage to the 21 machine of Long down the back straightaway, and that could be with the help of the 11 staying locked on in here. Stripe though, the advantage goes to the 88 machine leading that inside lane, so Rigney not going down without a fight here tonight. Travis Wright there has to move on up from that inside lane. That moves the 21 machine of Long a little bit more, so that will just barely kill the momentum, but every little bit matters here tonight in the street stocks. Still 3 wide race and at least 2 rows deep. Now here comes the 13 machine of Zach Porter. And same with the 60 machine of Morgan Baird. He's right there in the mix as well. So we'll have to see what lanes those 2 drivers go with. The Dave Payne sticking to that inside lane here tonight, as it looks like Long losing some speed here up in lane number 3. He will slot back. I thought he was going to slot in behind the 9 machine. Did not do it that time, so Long will stay to the outside here of 3 wide, riding on board with the 21 machine along. And you got to wonder, with these cars, with the little horsepower they have, I wonder if the top side just is too much distance for these cars to cover to really make up positions and make up time. Remember, these street stocks only have about 350 horsepower when it's all said and done, as Jeremy Rigney still leads at the stripe. Next time by will be the cross flags here at Las Vegas. Here at the moment, unless that third lane can really get things in order and rocking and rolling, this could be a race between Jeremy Rigney and Travis Wright. As this time by at the stripe, we will see cross flags here at Las Vegas, halfway down, halfway home here in race number 9. This first pack starting to drive on away. Dylan Holcomb in P number 10 starting to lose touch to that front pack in front of him. So he's going to have to turn it on up if he doesn't want to lose that pack. Same with the 940 behind him, Chuck Darling and Stephen Hoffman. These four cars going to have to maybe work with each other to be here at the end if we don't get a caution. Into the countdown clock we already go. Now this time by, we will see 24 to go at the stripe. And with it into the later stages, I say let's do a little turn 3, turn it up here at Las Vegas with the street stocks. Back here to live green flag racing here. This time by at the stripe will be 21 to go. Once again, the 21 machine of Greggy Long trying to make that third lane work as him and Travis Wright make some contact there. They keep it out of the wall, but they will lose some positions and more importantly some momentum to Jeremy Rigney as Rigney's still out in front here tonight. Seems like most of the cars here sticking to that bottom side here at the moment. Everyone just trying to continue to click down these laps here tonight. This time by at the stripe, we will see now 20 laps left in this one. As Long and Wright currently trying to work their way back on that 88 machine. Wright able to get to the right rear quarter panel there in 1 and 2. He has some good help there from the 9 machine of Danta. Danta, it seems like all night long, has been working with his teammate of Travis Wright. Tell you what, Jeremy Rigney will not go down without a fight here tonight. Looking for his first ever ASRC win would be a big way to do it here. And sitting in a great spot leading that inside lane here. Pretty much since the drop of that green flag, we have not seen that 88 move from that position here. As Long really getting that side draft there in lane number 3. Zach Coyer looking maybe to the outside of the 21. Not really pushing yet that 21 here. As it looks like now Dave Payton will go to that middle lane. So we may get 3x3, about 3 rows deep here in just a few moments. As the top 9 all in this pack, all on top of each other. All it will take is one little mistake from any of these drivers and it could spell big time trouble here as Long and Wright once again trade some paint down the front straightaway. As Jeremy Rigney still with the race advantage, still trading paint between the 21 and the 10. Oh, now Greggy Long gets shot to that outside wall. Long will lose a lot of momentum with that one. Looks like we'll stay with this pack here, but we'll fall all the way back to P number 9, it looks like here at the moment. Right behind them, that 4-car pack, at least working together a little bit more, but they have definitely lost touch to that pack in front of him. Chuck Darling currently in 10th, Stephen Hoffman 11th, Dylan Holcomb 12th, Calvin Bosk 13th. Then the 2 cars running by themselves, Caleb Ramsey in 14th, then McDonald 15th. It looks like John DeMeester back out on track in 16th. Back up to this front pack here, and we get closer and closer to go time here tonight. This time by at the stripe, the 88 machine will see now 14 to go as 2 teammates working together in lane number 2, the 10 and the 9. Rigney by himself leading that lane, then 2 fellow teammates right behind him in No Chance Motorsports of Jaden Kritachi and Zach Nichols. So don't think those 2 won't work together here when it comes crunch time in about 10 laps or so. Here tonight will mark race number 9, and we take a look at some of the fun stats here in ASRC for this season. Leading the way with the most laps led, even though he missed a race, Zach Nichols currently sits with 165 laps led this season. Sitting in the second most laps led is the 51 machine of Ron Hart out early here tonight. He has led 150 laps this season. Then, kind of surprisingly, with the season he has had, Chuck Darling sits third most laps led here this season with 132. Ramsey sits in 4th with 94. Thomas Frisch with 62. In 5th, Zach Corder with 61 in 6th. Then it is Chase Swing, Anthony Danta, Jimmy Gauker, Tim Rogers, Morgan Bard, Philadelphia, Stephen Hoffman, Ian Martin, the only other drivers to lead a lap here this season in the street stock. That, of course, changing tonight with Jeremy Rigney leading quite a few laps in this one. Travis Wright once again able to draw even with Rigney, and once again Greggy Long making that outside third lane starting to work here. Long getting some support here from the 13 machine of Zach Coyer. And this time by at the stripe, we will see 2 open palms from the flagman. It is 10 to go, and Zach Nichols says it's go time. 4 wide for the race lead here at Las Vegas. Jeremy Rigney gonna get slotted out of that spot. Rigney will go on around. Same with Travis Wright. Right hard against the outside wall. Same with the 13 machine of Zach Coyer. So we get our third Boardwalk Subs caution flag, and once again, it is very, very similar to what we saw in that second caution here. As we will take a look here to see what happened. Gonna try and back it on up just a little bit more to see what happened here. But here we go. We see Zach Nichols make the move down there on the apron, getting pushed by the 11 of Kratachi. Then 4 wide into turn number 1. Rigney and Travis Wright going to lean on each other. That'll put Wright sideways. Then Rigney gets sideways. Then it is ping pong racing in the middle of 4 wide, cars bouncing off each other, and Travis Wright and Zach Coy are going to get the worst out of that one. So out in front, when the smoke clears, it is Zach Nichols here leading the way with just a handful of laps here left in this one. Jaden Kratachi currently in P number 2. Reggie Long in 3rd. Anthony Danza would be in 4th, but he comes down pit road. So it looks like Jeremy Rigney will take over the 4th position. And Morgan Bard going to round out the top 5 here. So with us under our 3rd Boardwalk Subs caution flag, we will throw it to a quick commercial break and get a word from our partners over at Premier Setup Shops. And here we go. Zach Nichols going to have control here and going to have choose here at the stripe. More importantly, looks like Nichols will choose the inside lane. That'll put his teammate of Kratachi on the outside of the front row. The rest of the field going to re-rack, restack, and we get ready to turn him on loose for a 6-lap shootout here tonight at Las Vegas. Man, oh man, if we thought it was crazy before, from here on out, it's going to be go time for these drivers. If a driver gets a run, they are most definitely going to take it from here on out. No more riding around in line or anything like that. So it's going to make it really, really interesting here as 15 cars here still on the lead lap. Zach Nichols going to be in control here. Jaden Kratachi, the other car on the front row. We now wait for the iRacing Pace truck to head down pit road. It will do so right now. As it was a little bit behind, oh well. Now Zach Nichols can fire off at any time. Looks like we'll wait a little bit into the restart box, and here we go. We get ready for a 6-lap shootout here at Las Vegas. Jaden Kratachi able to get to the bottom side right behind his teammate here, so that duo gonna be very hard to beat here. As Greg Long able to hang on to P number 3. Further on on back, some shuffling for position. Stephen Hoffman once again back into the top 10 here tonight. The 86 machine trying to get some positions late. Same with the 88 of Chuck Darling. Out in front, though, we will see a single open palm from the flagman. It will be 5 laps to go this time by, as Jaden Katachi will jump up to lane number 2. Interesting that the teammates will break on up this early. Let's see how it shakes on out here left in this one. Calvin Bose into the battle as well. That 940 up into 5th. Dave Payton right there as well. And don't count out Jeremy Rigney yet, as wow, Jaden Kratachi, a big time save there. Kratachi somehow able to hang on to the race car. Gonna do some hardcore side drafting down the front straightaway on the 940. Morgan Baird up to P number 2. He has a shot to pick up the checkered flag. When it's all said and done, it would be his first ASRC win of his career. Jaden Katachi starting to get that 11 machine rocking and rolling back in lane number 2. Everyone's still down on this inside lane, and this time by here at the stripe, we will see now 3 laps to go as Zach Nichols taking that race car all the way to the apron. Wants to make sure that no car has a chance to pass him on that inside lane. Though where Nichols has to be careful is this backstretch is wide open for a driver to stick a nose to the inside of that 44. Jeremy Rigney there down on the apron. He will get that car back sorted. Zach Hoyer in the middle, 3 wide. Dave Payton up top. And here we go. Popsicle sticks up in the air. 2 laps to go here at Vegas. Katachi may need some more help than just 1 car up in lane number 2. Everyone else still fighting for those positions. Rigney once again big time sideways there in 1 and 2. Jaden Katachi though able to start to build that momentum. He's able to draw even with the 60. Can he do it? He has 1 more lap to get the job done. This time by Zach Nichols. We'll see the white flag. 1 more to go here at Las Vegas. Once again, the 940 and the 11 gonna lean on each other a little bit down the front straightaway. What more does everyone have in the tank? Where does a 60 car go? He'll go up to lane number 2. Does Calvin Bose push to the 44? Does he shoot low? Looks like he will push here at the moment. Morgan gonna draw even with Zach. 2 by 2 throughout the whole field. How will this race finish? Here they come to the stripe. Zach Nichols with the advantage. They beat him, bang. It's gonna be Zach Nichols here picking up the win. As that will do it here tonight for the racing action. Zach Nichols will pick up the win. Morgan Baird will finish second, and Calvin Bose will finish up on the podium, I believe, for the first time in his career. But wow, Zach Nichols able to go back to back here tonight in the street stocks, picking up the win last week, I believe at Bristol, and then able to win here at Las Vegas. So we'll pick up some bonus points for that shotgun award. And he was able to do it in the super lates, now able to do it in the street stocks. Can this man be stopped? As we see Zach Nichols here on the front straightaway, burning down those rear tires, celebrating the win here at Las Vegas. And what a good job it was by that 44 machine to pick up that race win and then not look on back. So don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back here after a quick commercial break with our post race show at Las Vegas.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Alrighty, folks, we come back here to Las Vegas Motor Speedway, and we usually don't start with this here, folks, but the only driver we have been able to find here after the race is our race winner, Zach Nichols. So we'll start the interview here, I guess, from the top and talk to our race winner here, that being the 44 machine of Zach Nichols. Zach, do you got a copy? It's Brett the Jet in the booth here.
Yep, we do.
Alrighty, man. I don't know where everyone else ran off to. I mean, was this a fun race for you? How are we feeling after 50 laps at Las Vegas?
I mean, it was fun. I'm not the type to like the whole like draft and stuff, but it was pretty fun out there with all the Frickers Mint boys. We kind of just raced with each other all night, and it was fun.
Yeah, it definitely looked like that was the case here tonight for you, Zach. You and your teammates all working together there. And I was kind of surprised you made the move with 10 to go. Was that too early?
I mean, I knew I forget what his name was. Jeremy. He wasn't really using the apron on the front stretch, which I know you're allowed to here. So I was kind of just gonna wait till like 2 or 3 laps to go and then make that move. But once I saw Jaden get behind me, we kind of planned it out and whatnot, and yeah, we were able to just shotgun right up to him. And I don't know if he just didn't want us to get back up on the track, but he
It
just
looked
kind of
like it.
yeah, just kind of hung a left on Jaden, and then all crap broke loose and wadded up some pretty good cars.
Yeah, that it did. It definitely ping ponged around. And not only was that a big one, then we saw the big one on lap 12. Were you expecting something that crazy that early? I definitely wasn't. I was like, man, boys, to wad up that many race cars this early, there's still a lot of racing left in this one.
Oh, I definitely did not think that was going to happen that early, but luckily we were sitting. We were able to kind of watch it all play out, and we were able to miss it for the most part. We got some right rear damage from that, but we were able to. It was I think only 20 seconds, so we came down pit road, got all fixed up, and were able to go back towards the front.
Yeah, and to the front you did, and able to make that move with 10 to go. And yeah, you said you used that apron. Once you took that lead, man, you were hugging that apron down that front stretch. You said no one was going to get by you on that inside lane, right?
Yeah, for sure. Once we got that caution, we went back, or we were about to go back green. I was telling Jaden because I know he was going to try to get in line behind me, which he ended up doing. I told him the race is gonna be different. I'm running the grass. The second lane's gonna be on the white line that time. So yeah, we ended up doing that, and yeah, I don't think anyone really showed their nose on us on the inside.
Yeah, no one really put a pressure there, but at the end there, Morgan shoots out from your back bumper down the back straightaway. What were you thinking there?
I thought he was just gonna push me all the way around, but yeah, as soon as I saw him go high off turn two, I got a little nervous because he was coming around me pretty quick, and then I looked in the mirror and Calvin was coming with a head of steam. I don't think he lifted on me, which was a good idea because it gave me a good push through 3 and 4 and be able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, that you were able to pick up the win, and not only did you win tonight, you swept this week as well as sweeping last week. So Zach, you picked up 2 shotgun bonuses this week and swept now 2 weeks in a row. Man, can anyone stop this 44 machine?
Oh, I don't think I won last week. I'm pretty sure Ron won last week, so I don't think I got a bonus. I'm not sure. I think.
I thought you won at Bristol because you had to start in the back here tonight, right?
No, I took an EOL because
Oh,
I did think something was gonna happen the first few laps. I didn't think it was gonna be like after lap 10 and whatnot. But yeah, we just took an EOL just for a safe measure.
yeah, and that definitely worked out well there with that caution. I think on lap 2 or 3 here tonight. So yeah, sorry, not sweeping last week, but here this week, my man, you definitely swept things on up.
Yeah, for not for sure, but this track and this car combo was pretty interesting. Like I said, I'm not a really big fan of the whole draft and stuff, but it was surprisingly fun.
Yeah, well, good news for you is we don't go to any more drafting tracks really this season. Of course, a break. Then we head to Five Flags. We know supers are a ton of fun there. Street stock should be the same. Then Rockingham, New Smyrna, and Hickory. What tracks are you looking forward to the most with those 4 left in the schedule?
I mean, every track's got their own little fun characteristics to it, but Five Flags definitely on the list of being fun, just because I know that track everyone usually has a decent amount of laps there, so hopefully the racing's good and we can put on a show there.
Yeah, hopefully as well. And there for that track, my man, you got to start in the back. How do you feel about coming through the whole field at Five Flags in 2 weeks?
I'm not sure. I mean, last time we were there with the street stocks, the right rear gave out, and we were all death gripping the wheel with like 10 laps to go and whatnot. And just I like that sort of stuff where you're on edge the entire time. So hopefully the car drives like that, and we can do what we did tonight.
Yeah, I'm sure you can put on another great show here in 2 weeks after our off week. But yeah, Zach, able to sweep the week here in ASRC, picking up the win last night and then tonight. So, Zach, before we let you go, my man, and celebrate a week sweep as well as an off week as well, we're going to go hand over the mic to you and have you thank who you got to thank, whether sponsors, teammates, and anyone else you like to give a shout out to on the broadcast here.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'd like to start off with thanking all the boys in the other room with pushing and just racing there, racing clean there at the end, and like to thank RSS Mobile Trailer Repair, Carney's Complete Auto Service, PSSNC, R&M Towing. They help us a lot in the real life world, and like to thank you guys for broadcast. You guys do a great job. Tanner and everyone for putting the whole league on. My dad's in the chat. My uncle Kenny's also in the chat. I'd like to shout both them out, and looking forward to next in 2 weeks.
Yep, we look forward to seeing you in 2 weeks, Zach, and I'm sure my man will be talking to you again here in the near future. So, Zach, congrats on the 2 wins this week, and go enjoy the off week next week, my man. You earned it.
Yeah, thank you. You enjoy it too.
Alrighty, folks. So that was Zach Nichols down in Victory Lane, picking up the win at Las Vegas and sweeping the week here in ASRC. And it looks like no one else here for some interviews here tonight. So gonna get things done nice and early and out of the way. So let's head down and go through the race results and get things wrapped on up. So we of course got to thank everyone for tuning on in, whether live or replay. I appreciate each and every one of you guys tuning in, listening to me yap, and hopefully enjoying themselves here. So Zach Nichols will pick up the win. This is now Zach's Let me triple check. 5th win in the street stocks this season, and I think career win number 33. Morgan Baird able to get his best career finish. He will finish second. And Calvin Boast, same with his best finish. He will finish P number 3. Jaden Kratachi will end up fourth. And Zach Hoyer able to end things here tonight with a top 5 finish. He will come in 5th. 6th going to Greggy Long. 7th going to Jeremy Regney. Finishing in 8th is Stephen Hoffman. Travis Wright will come in 9th. And Dave Payton rounding out the top 10. Chuck Darling will finish 11th. 12th going to Dylan Holcomb. 13th is Caleb Ramsey. 14th, Anthony Danta. 15th going to Dev McDonald. John DeMeester will finish 16th. 17th is Jeff Dillon. And Zane Cruz will round out the top 18. And I think then 19th going to Ron Hart, our points leader. And I think with the finishes here tonight, Zach Nichols will take over the points lead here in the street stock. So Nichols will now lead the street stocks, the super late models on Tuesday, as well as the overall short track championship. Wow, some big time drama here. So that will do it here tonight for myself. So we, of course, got to thank all the partners here at ASRC, that being LaPlante Racing Products, Boardwalk Subs, as well as Postma Flooring. Turn 3 Racing Network is partnered with Premier Setup Shops. You can check them out with the link in the description. Even if you don't want to buy anything, they do have some setups, some paints, and even some driver coaching to offer if any of that sounds interesting with you. But they support Turn 3, and a click would go a long way and would be greatly appreciated as we show our support back. So that'll do it here tonight. I've been Brett the Jet in the booth from Turn 3 Racing Network. We won't be here next week because we got an off week. So we'll see you in 2 weeks' time at 5 Flag. So everyone, take care, stay safe, have a great 2 weeks, and we will catch you in those 2 weeks' time. So I've been Brett the Jet in the booth, and I just flew by you. Have a good one.